Hello, and welcome to another episode of Soap Goes to the Oscars. This is episode 25. I'm recording it on May 5th, 2024. And this movie that I watched was the second to last in this group of 1931 to 32 Oscars. This one was called 1 Hour with You. And it is a 1932 pre-code musical comedy film about a married couple who are attracted to other people. Produced and directed by Ernst Lubitsch with the assistance of George Cukor, I don't know, and written by Samson Raphaelson from the play Only a Dream. It stars Maurice Chevalier, Jeanette MacDonald, Genevieve Tobin, Charlie Ruggles, and Roland Young. So, what's some other facts here? The film is a musical remake of The Marriage Circle, which was the second film that Lubitsch directed in the United States. So he directed both of these. And a little backstory here, if I think I maybe mentioned it in an earlier episode. So Ernst Lubitsch, out of the how many years here? Out of the 5 years so far of Oscars, this is the fifth ceremony. Ernst Lubitsch has 4 movies in there. The Patriot was the first one from 1928. That's the one that is lost, so couldn't watch it. He directed The Love Parade in 1929, and then in this single year of Oscars, he had The Smiling Lieutenant from 1931, and then this one, 1 Hour with You, from 1932. So in the same Oscar year, he had 2 movies. And obviously, I haven't seen The Patriot, so I can't comment on that, but I did not like any of the other 3 of his movies. And one thing I'll point out that was extremely disappointing about this one was that I couldn't find it online or on a streaming service, so I purchased it on eBay for $17.27. And it was coming from France, and I probably should have checked beforehand, but I was like, well, as long as I knew that it had like English subtitles, or it was in English with French subtitles, whatever. So I was like, should be fine. So I tried to watch it a week or so ago and put it in the Xbox, and it was like, this is a Region 2 DVD. Xbox can't play it. And I was like, okay, well, I just bought that new DVD player, so hopefully that'll do it. Put it in last night. Nope. The good thing is that I had found in between putting it in the Xbox and putting it in the other DVD player, I had looked it up online again and found that it was available. I don't know where it looked like Russian writing, so I don't know where it came from. It wasn't YouTube, so I couldn't watch it on a TV or anything. I had to watch it on my laptop, but it was free, and I'm probably hacked now. So there's that. But disappointing because I wish I had found that before I ordered it on DVD, because the DVD is now useless. I'm going to try to re-eBay all of these DVDs once I'm done with them. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, this doesn't really give much of the story here, but it's basically like this husband and wife that are very much in love, which is Maurice Chevalier and Jeanette MacDonald. And this was, I think, The Love Parade was the first movie the 2 of them had done with Ernst Lubitsch, and then they went on to do a series of other movies with him, this included. And so they're married and they're in love, and then she tells him that her friend Mitzi is coming to visit, and he's never met Mitzi, and happens to get Mitzi is married to another man, rich man, looks like, and she goes outside to get a ride to her friend's house, and there's a cab there, and she takes the cab, and it turns out it was the other guy's cab. So Maurice Chevalier is Dr. Andre Berthier, Jeanette MacDonald is Colette Berthier. So she gets in the cab, and then he gets in the cab, and they realize, it's his cab, and they're going to the same place, which obviously, because he's going home and she's going to her friend's house, which is his wife. And so they decide to ride together. Well, during the trip, she kind of comes onto him, and he gets mad and jumps out of the cab. And then she goes home, or she goes to visit the friend, and then he ends up coming home and sees that it's her. And then throughout the course of the movie, it's a very short movie. It was like an hour and 17 minutes on the website I watched it on. Then the husband of Mitzi is in love with his wife, the doctor's wife, and they kiss and he kisses Mitzi, and there's a whole thing where they're gonna break up or whatever, and then they kind of get back together. But the thing with these quote unquote musicals is, I mean, there might have been like three songs in this whole thing, and I will admit that the songs were kind of fun in this one. He was sort of singing to the camera, he was talking to the cameras like Ferris Bueller style back in 1932. So that was interesting and different than the other two. This is probably I probably like this one the best out of these three, out of 1 Hour with You, Smiling Lieutenant, and the Love Parade. I didn't like the Love Parade. I hated the Smiling Lieutenant. And this dude, this Maurice Chevalier, I guess, he became a big deal at this time, French guy, and I just don't like him. He's supposed to come off as charming, and he just comes off as douchey to me. So this one's not a winner for me. I did not like it, but again, out of these three movies directed by this guy, I liked it the best probably. It had the best songs. They're just so random. It's just like all of a sudden they'll start singing. And it's not like, I know that people that don't like musicals think that music and musicals is random. Like, why are you just singing all of a sudden? But this one is like, but typically, like in Grease, there's a song every few minutes. In this, there's a song every like half an hour. So it's just weird. So, I mean, it shows a bunch of songs listed here in the soundtrack on Wikipedia, but I don't know. I guess this explains the George Cukor thing. So, production: Lubitsch was originally scheduled to direct 1 Hour with You and supervise the project in pre-production, but was unable to direct because his previous film, The Man I Killed, went beyond schedule. George Cukor was instead assigned to direct. Within 2 weeks after filming had begun, conflicts between Chevalier and Cukor brought Lubitsch back. Okay. Although Cukor remained on the set, Cukor and Lubitsch each demanded sole credit for directing, and the matter was litigated in court. Before a judgment was rendered, Cukor received a credit for assisting the direction and the right to break his contract with Paramount in order to direct What Price Hollywood at RKO. I thought that was weird. It was like in the beginning it said directed by Ernst Lubitsch, and then in quotes assisted by George Cukor. So was it nominated for anything? It was nominated for Best Picture, nothing else. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this. I did not like it. So I'll see you next time for the last movie in this Oscar year, which is Grand Hotel. That one is available on YouTube, I think. I hope it's still there. And so hopefully I can get to it soon. I'll see you next time.